world's largest restaurant chain is getting a makeover. Subway grew from one Connecticut storefront to nearly 45,000 locations in more than 100 countries. That's bigger than McDonald's. But the company shrank for the first time in 2016, and now it hopes a new look will help jumpstart the 50-year-old brand. In a story you'll see only on CBS This Morning, we went behind the counter with Subway CEO and lifelong employee Suzanne Greco. She talked in her first TV interview about taking over the company started by her big brother and the struggles of staying competitive in the fast food industry.
Today, the Subway experience is familiar around the world. But when 17-year-old Fred DeLuca opened Pete's Super Submarines in 1965, it was a family affair.
We came from a very modest family, and the idea to open that first sandwich shop was really for Fred, my brother, to generate money to pay for his college because we didn't have any money.
You were in a Subway store at age 7, right?
I was so intrigued with this idea that we own a business. This was like a big deal to me, and I just wanted to be a part of it.
In 1974, DeLuca began recruiting outside owners to buy Subway franchises. By 1990, there were 5,000. But Subway's founding family received devastating news in 2013. DeLuca had leukemia, and he named his little sister, Suzanne Greco, as his successor.
Those who've worked for their family will attest to the fact that they're hardest on you. Never did he want people to think that he handed something to me or that I didn't earn it. And, when we got toward the end of this, he said, "You're ready. I want you to carry on the legacy."
I was stunned to learn that Subway has almost 45,000 and McDonald's only has like 35,000. You're bigger than McDonald's.
Yes, we are the largest restaurant chain out there, but it really comes down to one sandwich, that one customer, and serving, 7.5 million sandwiches a day.
How many sandwiches a day?
7.5 million sandwiches are served in a Subway daily.
Hi, I'm Jared, the Subway guy.
Greco took control in the midst of a public relations crisis. National spokesman Jared Fogle was arrested on child pornography charges. The following year, rivals grew while Subway's sales declined. And for the first time, the company closed more locations in the U.S. than it opened.
What do you think caused that decline in sales?
Well, there's a lot of disruption. So we were the ones that started with this fresh revolution. That's how we started, and that's who we're going to be. That's who we are. But many brands are starting to do that, and that is what customers want.
So where was Subway failing to innovate?
Consumers' ideas about food and their ideas about restaurants and service have evolved. And being the size that we are, it's not as simple to make a change, but we are making rapid changes.
Those changes include renovated storefronts, highlighting Subway's use of fresh produce, kiosks where customers can place orders, and a mobile app where loyalty is rewarded.
Do you feel like you have to reinvent Subway for the 21st century?
Fresh, nutritious, customized food at an affordable price was relevant 50 years ago. That is still relevant today. But we do have to evolve because fresh has a different meaning than it had 20 years ago.
Greco pointed to Subway's partnership with farms across the country that allow it to move produce from field to sandwich in a matter of days.
This is where all the magic really happens.
Still, she says the key to Subway's success resides behind the counter.
This may be the first time a CEO has ever made me a sandwich.
I love it. I love making sandwiches. It taught me so much.
Facing a rapidly changing industry, Greco believes that fulfilling her brother's goal of 100,000 locations remains within reach.
The idea of being able to provide this fresh, nutritious, customized sandwich at an affordable price, I feel that, yes, every community should have that available to them.
Thank you. We were taking a look at sort of the top 10 restaurant chains in America. You're the only one who has a female as the CEO. Does that give you a certain amount of pride?
Oh, I'm extremely proud to be leading this brand. It's really, really exciting for me, and I don't think that there's anybody out there that knows more about this brand or loves this brand more than I do.
And they're expanding overseas. They're going to redesign all these stores and remodel them. But it's interesting. It's a great American story.
Yeah,
it's a great American story.
She had a big smile when you said, "You're the only woman I like that." And we should point out they make their own bread. They get me when they say fresh baked bread made here.
Well, that smell. I know. I asked her, what's the
good.
secret ingredient? That smell. You can smell it from a block away.
And her graduate school was sort of working with him, knowing that she was going to take over.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. And Charlie likes Subway, I just learned.
Everybody likes Subway. You're watching CBS. Congratulations to you, Suzanne Greco. You go. Well, in the badass category. You're watching CBS This Morning.